Hey adventurers, it's time for another adventure, so let's just get right to the intro. We've finally driven out of the rain and it is turning into a beautiful day for adventure. Stopped off here at Turner Falls, which is just a little bit up in Oklahoma, right off I-35. This is a really fun place to come for summer, minus the flies. For some reason, there are a lot of flies here today, but it does have a waterfall and some cool features. I'm gonna show you those and then we're gonna get back on the road. We have a few stops to make today, but our goal is to make it to Wichita, Kansas. What better reason to stop than to check out a possible campground that might come in handy later on. So I stopped off here at Guthrie Lake in Guthrie, Oklahoma, which is just a little bit north of Oklahoma City. Guys, this is gonna be a long driving day and I'm already growing tired of it, but that's okay. I'm gonna take a few minutes here and check out the campground and show you guys what Guthrie has to offer. Okay, so I always lock the car whenever I get out. Just habit. Hey, this is Future Crystal. This is actually something that in a later episode you will see I definitely regret. But I want you to see what I'm looking at right here. Now there actually are two lake areas in the Guthrie proximity. So there's Guthrie Lake and there's Liberty Lake, which we're going to go to next. But we're just gonna explore a little bit. Okay, so there is this nice little kiosk right here, if you can call it a kiosk. It's like a pay station, and they have these little brochures about the location and the fees. Now I am assuming the wind was pretty high here over the past few days because there are branches all around town. So we're just gonna step over these. Doo-doo-doo. Okay, so I'm gonna check out some different places around here and just kind of see what they have to offer. It looks like they do have nice day use areas with grills and then also a picnic table. And then I believe that this grassy area right here is the camping area. Now you're supposed to pay the campground host or through the city of Guthrie. That's why they have the honor box. So that's kind of a interesting thing. I'm here during the week, so clearly no one else is staying here. So I'm gonna have to look into this. So worth it coming out here. It really is. Man, I wish I would have anticipated finding a park this nice. I would have made my lunch here. That would have been wonderful. But no, instead I ate it while going down the road. I missed out on a definite opportunity with this one. It feels so good out here. So glad that the sun decided to come up. Bonus, they do have bathrooms and they're flushing toilets. That's good. They are a little bit scary looking though. Not like, ooh, but somebody just needs to maintain them. That's all. I probably caught it on a bad day. I decided to check out Liberty Lake while I'm this direction as well because they're only about 2 miles apart and this road is a lot different. We have moved off of the pavement and onto a dirt road, which, okay, that's fine. as long as it's a good dirt road. We have a little bit of washboarding, and it just makes me want to do that noise as I do it. I'm just a big kid. Okay, so we made it to Liberty Lake, and there's only one other person out here. I am at the boat ramp area, keys in hand. Future Crystal here. Again, that keys in hand, yeah, that would have been nice to have remembered later on. And there happens to be a dock over here as well as a little picnic table. So we're just gonna go check it out. I mean, why not? We're in the process of stretching our legs. It feels awesome. This is what I truly enjoy about traveling. You can just stop off and see stuff, even if it's not something that you necessarily want to spend a whole lot of time at. It's interesting to see how different places do things differently. So it's just kind of cool. And yes, for sure, there was some crazy wind around here. I saw a trampoline on the side of the road and a lot of trees like this one that I'm about to show you. Goes to show that it's not always safe to be under the tree when it's storming. Just saying. A few things I learned by coming out here. They really take into consideration longer units. So if you have a boat behind you, or you're pulling an extra vehicle, or you just have a really long RV, all of these drives are made for you. I pulled my car into one while ago, and it literally only took up like this much, and there was like all this to go. So that is pretty nice that pretty much anybody can come out here and not have to worry about being able to fit. Okay, so this one actually has a little bit of a swimming area or a swimming beach, although there's not a lot of beach to it. This particular part of Oklahoma has this like red dirt that does not mimic sand in any way, shape, or form. But as you can see along this rim right here, that is totally a beach for swimming. And you can see out here, they have the little border, so you can swim out to that point. Beyond that, you are not supposed to be out there unless you are on some kind of boat or vessel, and then you can only be out there without a life jacket if you are over the age of 13. I like that. A lot of places don't post signs about the age restrictions on life jackets. They're so important, guys. So important. Okay, so we found the campsites, and these are a lot different than the ones at the other campground. The other campground only has like super primitive, no improvements whatsoever. But this one has some little pads for the picnic sites, and then they have grills and fire rings, and each site has its own little trash can, which is awesome. So on these are very nice, and the sites themselves are really big. Again, look at all of this space that you have from here all the way over to there just for parking your rig or your vehicle. They do say on the brochure there is no camping in a personal vehicle. So if you have a van or something like that, that could be a little iffy. Probably one of those things that you need to call and ask about, but you can have a tent or an RV out here, no problem. And I kind of like it. I love that their little picnic tables look like this though. This is so nice. This gives you some back support. They're comfortable, and there's enough room there to seat like your whole family and, you know, just enjoy yourself. So pretty cool. Okay, so only about 7 sites there, but they all have lake views, so that's a great place to just come out and relax. The downed trees are a little bit of a problem. There's 2 different places where the road's blocked currently, but that is so temporary, I am sure. I'm just positive that this just came and happened. Like, it had to have. There's too many things that are down in like people's yards that are otherwise perfectly manicured. Like, I don't know. The Oklahoma weather is super unpredictable though, so always check your weather as you go, not just before your trip. If you're driving through Oklahoma, you never know what's gonna happen. The last time I drove through Oklahoma, I got right past Oklahoma City, and from Oklahoma City to Wichita, Kansas, a tornado blew through all of a sudden. Like, What? I couldn't see a foot in front of me. It was traumatic. It was terrible. So always be on the lookout for your weather and listen to your local radio stations. That's the best way for you to know what's going on. Even though I like to jam out to some Apple music, it doesn't help me a lick when driving through Oklahoma. So apparently, I'm gonna be stuck behind a house for a while. Yay! So yesterday was interesting, mostly a driving day. I drove from Texas all the way to Kansas, and there wasn't a whole lot along the way that we stopped off to do. I go to Oklahoma frequently, so I didn't want to stop off at all of the attractions or anything like that, so yeah. We just drove. I got to Kansas last night, stopped off in Wichita, wanted to stop by Walmart before going to my campsite, and that's when the real action happened, but it wasn't something I could capture on video. No, no, no. Let me just tell you what happened. I'm sitting in the parking lot, I'm collecting my thoughts. I'm trying to motivate myself to go into Walmart because I know it's chaos. It's always chaos at Walmart. And that is when I heard and it scared me so much. I instantly turned around toward where I had heard the sound and noticed that a car had hit another car. But they didn't just hit it. They were then looking at it and contemplating what I thought was going to be, hey, I need to stick around and tell these people I hit their car. But what in actuality turned out to be, oh no, I hit their car, I'm gonna drive off. What? So before they did that though, I took a picture. And finally this woman came out and I was able to explain what happened, and she was really cool. Day one of this trip has been interesting. The only positive that I can say for the really bad negative that happened at the Walmart though is I was able to do an act of kindness for somebody else, and I love that. This is how the video is gonna start, guys. What is this?